You're glad to see Stonehearth back. I'm really glad to be back on Stonehearth. I love building games like that. Really do. Right, well, that's all doing its thing now, so I'm a lot happier with this. I guess we're going to have to go to intermediate logistics now, but that's fine. We're producing a lot of red coins at this stage. Let's have a look at my houses. I've got some that are even up on 5. That's amazing. We definitely could be doing a lot more with food, but do we need more coins? That is a big question. There is a way, I'm sure of it, to bring this up. It's all good, so no. Show idle workers, don't need that. Menus, nope. I wonder what that was. I'm sure there is a button for it, for bringing up all of the displays. Like your economic display. I'm going to go into options and have a quick glance through the controls again. So, I will catch those subs in just a moment. I know I'm going to be too distracted otherwise, and I'll forget what I'm trying to do. Item detail, goods menu, maybe that. Goods production. Let's try those. Fast, thank you very much. 36 months. And Grim Static, thank you very much as well for the Twitch Prime sub. Very, very kind of you. Thank you both so much. Right, okay, so here are the item values. That's good. That's not what I need. I need to see... Well, that's a good supply. Good, once again, but not what I need. I need to see gold. Oh, that's G. I need to know how much money I am potentially not making. There we go. Let's have another look. Build menu, research menu, item detail menu, goods menu, production menu, maybe P. Yeah, maybe it's P. Because there used to be a way for you to see how much money you're bringing in. There we go. Thank goodness. Right, we can see that our money is trending upwards. Our gold. Our yellow coins at the very least. Our red coins is trending up, but it's nowhere near as well. Like, the gold is trending upwards with every tick. Red, not so much. So we need to improve that. But for the time being, it's manageable. How's your new year been so far, Bast? Hope it's been well, mate. Right, so that's going to take a little while for us to get through there. We could work on a forestry at this point. Oh, indeed. Actually having some foresters up here. Sending all of their logs down here into a mill, would be truly, truly epic. And I think that's what we're going to do. Whop. This is now going to be free to be our industrial area. Also, given that we no longer need this. There we go. Perfect. Right. The school can probably just move across and be down there. Get this area cleaned up a bit. There we go. Actually, because I'm finicky, we'll do that. There we are. Nice. Right then, we are going to want our mills. Well, let's set up the foresters first, I guess. Would probably be a wiser move. Right, let's have a look. What do you require, foresters? You require stone bricks. Okay, fair enough. We're also going to need to soften this slope quite drastically. A really drastic change on that one. There we go. Much, much nicer. Now I'm just moving the slope backwards though. Not quite what I was aiming for. Gotta be honest. Let's try and lift this one instead. Yeah, there we go. Oh no, damn it. We were almost right there. For a second, for a brief moment, we experienced perfection. Right, there we go, perfect. Right, I would like to drop this tile and drop that tile. Not sure how many foresters we're going to need. Possibly only going to need one. We'll see. So forester up here. We've got room, plenty of room for 2 if we want. And loads more room for trees as well, so that's ideal. Plonk you. Are we gaining much more by pushing it back? Yeah, a bit more. Pop. Now then, I would like this chute to come all the way down and around. Ah. Grand. We didn't have to say goodbye to this wonderful, wonderful, amazing chute that we made. Truly one of the best. There we go. And we can have one mill there, another mill here. There we go. And this can be moved along. Donk. And you can be told to cut down wood. Now it's going to cost us 1 yellow coin every couple of seconds, but that's fine. Absolutely fine. 2 of them is, well, obviously going to do it twice as fast. But I could always put more people on the job if I really wanted to. I don't think I need to. But what I am going to have you do is help out down here instead. I don't need anyone bringing planks across here anymore. And yeah, I am actually going to get a second one. Dunk. And I would like you to just make planks as well. Just planks, only planks. Forever planks. Planks. With that in mind, I don't think storing the planks in the base is necessarily the best idea. I think it is high time that we start storing planks separately in their own barn. Let's move this a little bit further along. I would like it to be at least reasonably well set up. In fact, you can move planks back from that one across. I don't want this one storing much, honestly. If it has anything in it, I want it because it was something I deleted. Put it there. I think that is a much safer way of playing it. Right, could we flatten this terrain down? That'll do. Yep. Yep. Wonderful. I approve. Well, my peeps probably don't, because that's a hell of a steep little path there, but, well, you know. Let's pop this up a little bit. There we go. Makes it slightly less aggressive. Ever so slightly. I wonder if we could... No, no, other way down. Maybe. Yeah, that's a bit less nasty there. Not quite as good there, but it'll do. Right, so this is now going to fill up with planks, which I'm extremely happy about. Have we got any more peeps that can help me over here? You can help me by moving logs from there across. That's just going to be your job from now on. I want at least one more worker. I want you to be moving planks across. You are going to stop doing it from there. I'm going to start moving them from the various lumber mills. There we go. Now we are cooking with fire. You're hand-delivering wood. You do not need that to be happening. What I want is for you to make wagon wheels. Okay, getting somewhere now. Super pleased. Oh, this one isn't upgraded. Oh, Lord. It should be called ladder, really. Shouldn't it be called snakes? That would be amazing. I am now possessed of the greatest urge to see if there is, like, a life-size snakes and ladders somewhere. There must be. There's no way that I'm the only person who's ever thought that would be the most amazing thing ever. an actual game of snakes and ladders. Only, you know, obviously with like, you know, plastic slide snakes, but like adult sized. You know, maybe you can have some cargo netting at the front so you know don't actually fall to your death, maybe. But yeah, it takes the fun away, really. It's got to be a little bit of fear, otherwise it doesn't get the blood pumping right. There we are. How are you going to remind yourself that you're alive if you don't constantly fearing death? All right, let me go ahead and flatten down a wee bit of terrain over there, which is going to cost me so much money. There we are. And then we're going to extend out this little area and get a new home. Pump. And upgrade you straight away. Right, I don't think we need to upgrade houses for a good long while. Build more houses. We can just upgrade them because we are now bringing in a decent amount of stone bricks, which should be pretty good. Hey Dan, how you doing, buddy? Thank you so much for the second month. Second month, best month. Only 2 months. How time flies. I know, right? Right. Okay, so we're clearly not bringing down nearly as much as you want, but I believe... Oh, we're getting 4... Wow, that's actually brilliant. But if we increase this, with a forester, it increases it by a lot more. 100% extra production for one person extra. It's pretty OP, but gloriously OP. Because we're going to have a second one. Whomp. We're going to do exactly the same here as well. Now, the nice thing is, they're only going to take the money if they actually do the work. So, you know, you don't have to worry too much. There we are. Let's get all of this lumber. Oh, this is fantastic. It's like a log flume without water or people on the logs. Usually. I mean, I'm fairly certain my peeps probably occasionally, you know, the young peeps, as their test of courage, will ride the logs down the log chute. And usually it ends exactly how you imagine, with, you know, the peeps just careening through other, you know, still alive trees, you know, and discovering that people are a lot softer than trees. Evolutionary flaw that one day we may correct. But for now, we just have to accept the superiority of tree flesh to our own. We are significantly less susceptible to fire, though. I mean, it hurts us a lot, and then our brains go crazy, and then we flail around and probably do more damage to ourselves than actually being on fire would have done. But trees are especially bad at dealing with fire, because they can't flail around, stop, drop, and roll, or any of that kind of stuff. Right. Now then, what are we currently researching? It's going all right, but we really need to increase that. I'm thinking, bear with me now, look at all of this stone we've got. We could probably set up some stone masons to make stone, just to get it in here, because obviously we are using coins up. Let me just have a quick look at that. How are we doing for gold now? We're still tending upwards, but very, very much less now. And yeah, sometimes not as good. All right, well, you know what then? Since we're not stockpiling food, I think I'd rather err on the side of caution and get some more food in the bellies of my peeps. So... we can't do any cooked food yet. So eggs, they're a good one. We could go for eggs. Relatively easy to do. There's meat there, of course. There's fruit juice, but we need a kitchen. Fruit is probably one of the better ones. Fruit and veg, because that's just basically a farm. And basically a farm can basically go in quite a few places that we've got around here. We'll get rid of this as well. At least not whatnot. I'm thinking, it pains me to get rid of herbs, but again, we're on a map. Realistically, we're not going to need them. However, if we look at farming, to place down anything, you no longer need an existing object of that thing, which is amazing. You only need money. So we're going to clear up this little area here, remove resources. It costs us a fair bit to do it. We need to make room because we need possibly 2 farms, maybe just 1 though. We'll place it across here so that I've got enough room to place another one in between. So maybe 1 there and like 1 here, for example. Sure, let's do that. Right, now the rather expensive job of adding all of these in. Now, we're going to be delivering this fruit and veg directly to the market. We're not actually going to be doing any other kind of processing with it, which does mean that it's quite cheap to do. Like so. Which is a fairly big advantage. But we are going to want a little bit of like a well in there or something for the farmers to utilize. So we can do something like this. That's actually pretty solid. And we build a wee well. Right there. And now we're at a point where we need to upgrade our homes. So let's go with just the homes that we need to upgrade for now. Let's get you and you. There we are. Water please. Water please. We could actually have this do a round. Big on old swooping round. Oh right, I just used up a load of fertilizer. That's why suddenly no fertilizer available. Let's not worry about the fertilizer for now, though. Shush, crazy gamer. I don't need to know about your crazy tree traitor to your kind. My lord. Next thing, you're going to be going off with the dryads. And all sorts of... actually, you know what? I probably would be as well. I'm not going to even pretend that I wouldn't. Still, though, I don't need to know how trees deal with fire better than humans, all right? I'm perfectly fine without that knowledge. Right, let's go ahead and pop down... well, what do we want to go for? Berries, maybe? Carrots, tomatoes. Let's have a look. What would bring us the most money? Pretty much all of the... Well, berries are the only fruit that we can grow in a farm, so that's a given there. Yeah, and all the rest are more or less the same. All right. But the nice thing is we can stockpile more items in different areas. So, sure, let's just get this up and running then. We'll have a decent chunk of berries at the back. We're going to have some carrot crops. Carrot crops. Potato plants. Tomatoes. And then some tomatoes back here, and then just some more berries. Berries are the better burner for us, so... Pop. There we go. Marvellous. And I would like you to pretty much get all of the things, all of the time, and also supply water where you can. You too. There we go. Now this should top things up for us. Hey, Casa, how you doing, Cariat? Drink check. Yes, please. Thank you. Casa is an amazing house gnome. Only grow the best in each category. Don't mix and match. But that's the thing, though, is that you will stockpile. So, for example, growing... There isn't a best in these categories. Berries are amazing, but they're the only one in the fruit category. Tomatoes, well, it's technically a fruit. Carrots and potatoes are all in the veg category, and they're all equal. So I'm making all three of them so it'll allow my market to stockpile more. I'm just making more efficient use of the storage space the market has. There we go. Starting to feed things in. We should be seeing people much happier now. Oh, look at that. Gloriousness. Truly. 56%. They can get stuck in the chutes. That is a very valid point. A super valid point, actually. We are currently moving 4 separate items. I can easily fix this such that we will never have to worry about them being stuck in the chutes then. Thank you, though. That is a completely valid concern. Dunk. Oh, thank you so much, Cariad. Thank you. Take care, sweetheart. Right. Okay, so to fix it is fairly simple. Just need to copy this. I would like these to be, for example, I don't know, I'd say they're only for berries. This one also only for berries. I mean, you can fix it a lot more, well, I'm not going to say elegantly because it's not quite the right word, but you could fix it in a lot more interesting of a way if you use logistics by only allowing something out of the gate if there's room for it to go into the place that it's going. But we're going to fix it in the more humdrum way. Just brute forcing the problem. Not my preferred method, I will confess, but it is a method that is widely employed. There we go. And this one just follows down the same route. Now that my planks problem is largely resolved, I can be much more aggressive with the amount of poles that I place down. But this is how you fix the problem of not wanting all of your routes to be clogged. So we've got berries and potatoes. We want tomatoes and carrots. And because we're going for a mirror, we want carrots and tomatoes on this side. And tomato. Oh, that's apples. Have I set this one up right? Yeah, good. Whew. They're not quite distinct enough for me to always catch that. There we go. There you go, peeps. Thank you very much for pointing out that problem, because it was a completely valid concern, that one. But there we are, all sorted. And we have many, many, many happy people in the town. Let's upgrade another house, though, to level 5. Yeah, you could have set one to berry and one to veg. It would save me 4 workers. Well, no. There aren't different workers running these things. Unless, do the grabbers require workers? No, the grabbers don't require a worker. I mean, I could have one farm which was only drawing in berries and also like one veg, like potato or something. And then that would mean that I would halve the amount of workers, which would take me down to just 2. But there's no configuration of this where I could have 2 farms and save on 4 workers over what I'm currently using. So I'm only using 1 worker each. Coblin, oh, no problems at all. No problems. If there's ever anything that you're unsure of, or if I'm moving over the UI a little bit too fast, do please let me know. Because I'd hate to think that I'm making it hard to follow. No problem in asking questions ever. All right, there we go. Okay, so I'm actually pretty happy that these are, oh well, with the exception of berries, but we could probably speed it up a little bit if we really super wanted to by actually investing an extra worker. That takes it up to 300% now. And this one takes it up to 300% because of the happiness and the extra worker. That's actually really good. So now the thing is, obviously these are drawing, it's working a lot slow because that speed is divided across 5 separate tasks. So, you know, again, like 60% output on all of them, more or less. I don't think it actually works that neatly, formulaically in the terms of the formula, sorry. But it, you know, you could shorthand it in your mind. It's more or less that kind of return. Now, I am a little bit concerned about my pastures, though. These are not working particularly efficiently, I must say. That's a big problem. We need a lot more animal feed coming in here. And it's not for a want of grain. So, with that in mind, I'm going to upgrade that house and I'm going to increase the production here. Now, this is not a particularly efficient way of doing it because you get very little bang for buck on increasing these directly. Another option I could do is have a third one feeding into this chain. It gets a little bit more troublesome around here then. You could do it though. This will have a small impact. I mean, though, when you think about it, oh, there we are. See, the veg has already chalked that up completely now. So that's good to see, which means that as these fill up and their output completely backstuffs, they will stop using that line, and thus the other lines will accelerate. So eventually, berries will backstuff as well, and that's really where you want to be. I am thinking, though, that getting some fertilizer around there would be good. But my original plan of just having it run out like that, yeah, not happening now. So, yeah. Bit of a shame, but oh well. Alternatively, I could have a little wagon run. No, I don't think that would really be enough of a return for me to try to set up the logistics needed to make that work. No, I think we're good with what we've got. Now, let's have a quick gander at our... Oh, wow. Okay. Nice. Very nice. That's going up by a lot every turn. How about you? Some turns you're not going up by any. Some turns you're going up by a decent amount. Okay, well, that's not too bad. I'm all right with that. Okay. I'm pretty happy with this overall. How are we doing with the school? Oh my lord, it's taking so long. Right, well this place really does not need to be making planks anymore. So let's just turn off planks. Is plank storage full? Yes, it is. Was anyone taking any planks from over here? Okay, look. I appreciate all that you have done. But it is time for us to move things around a bit. No, stop. Play nice. There we go. That's better. Right. We're going to need a couple of things. Actually, one of the first things we're going to need is to widen that path because we don't want wagons clogging the road. Immediately they try to clog the road. Bloody wagons. Right. Could you move all of those, that one plank across there? That's fine. Right. Now, could you move the paper across? Now, we could happily send all of this wood across to this lumber mill. Alternatively, I could simply build a lumber mill down here with access to water and it could just pump the... and just have one person just moving the paper along. And honestly, I think that's probably the wiser move. Let's move you back there. Time for this chutes to go away. It is now surplus demand. Go up. There we go. Sorted. Right, we are going to need to remove some more resources. And again, pains me a little bit to have to do that. And we're going to need to bring it all the way back there. There we go. Now, if I move this across, will I still have access to water? I will. Just by one tile, I will have access to water. That's actually kind of awesome. Could you please move the paper across? There. Perfect. I like it. Neofoya, thank you very much for the 4 months there. I hope I pronounced your name right. Neofoya. I had to kind of sound her in my mind a little bit, but there's 3 ways that I can think of pronouncing it. And I'm really not certain about which way is correct. So I sincerely hope that I didn't just butcher your name. If I did, I hope you can learn to forgive me one day. Could you move the logs across from there? You are carrying the very nice stone, which I would like to be... Well, actually, how about we start storing stone over there? I still want stones popped in there, though. We're going to do a little bit more terraforming. Neo is fine. Is it Greek roots or Latin roots? Is my question to you. Or not. Either of them, because it could easily be. That is such an arrogant thing to say. Like I know what language your name is in. Those were the options that I was playing around with in my head. If they're neither of those, I'm like, well, I have no bloody clue. But there we go. Move you down just a tad. There we are. Right. Now we're starting to sort out our barns a bit now. And this is an important part of this. This is actually a really... Will you please stop? My goodness. Really important part. I'm not sure. The way you said it is how I say it. Very well then. I'm content with this. Right. Flatten down. Because I would like to pull all of this down. There we go. You know what? That tree can come down as well. There we are. Now someone can hack down those bloody trees. There we are. And sure, you can pop it in there. I want a new barn. Yeah, sure. Make this a nice big square. I'll move this barn across. And this one across a little bit more to the side. There we go. Perfect. Right, so that's regular stones. This one is going to be... Well, I'm going to make it a proper filter, so only regular stones can go in there. This one can only have planks. This one can only have wood. Good. This one can only have stone bricks. And with that, we are in a much better position. Could you help out by moving stone into this barn? You can drop off that stone brick for now. You can help by moving that across, and you can help by moving the stone bricks in over. Ah, glorious. There we go. So the barns are now taking care of all of the heavy storage for us. That is perfect. Absolutely perfect. And as we can see, research is happening again. Hooray! Happiest of days. Ah, perfect. It's going really well, I think. Going super well.